Our dad was called Stuart. He was a very neat freak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was very selfless.
Yeah, he was. He was such a girl dad as well. Yeah, we have another sister called Olivia, and he's just the best dad ever.
He basically just turned into a girl. He was in a house with 4 girls. He just understood like everything that we thought. Like if we was going through something as a girl, he'd kind of like relate to it, even though.
Yeah, and he gossiped. He was like, "Oh, she said that."
Yeah, he was a gossiper.
Our dad passed away in May of 2024.
On the 11th of May, the day that he passed away, he was playing cricket and he had a heart attack on the pitch. Thankfully we wasn't there, was we? But we found out a bit later. I found that, like, overall, keeping yourself busy and distracted, I went out a lot, and so did you, with friends. Like, we live right near East Park, so we went around East Park a lot. The weather was really nice at that time as well, thankfully. I found myself going out pretty much every day, just for a little walk or just to sit on the grass for a bit, just to come away from like a really sad space for us.
I was in GCSE season when it happened, so I was doing all my exams the day after. No, 2 days after. So that was what I was doing afterwards. I did pass all my exams, so it was quite scary, and because I think for me it was admitting the fact that someone had passed away and had to accept that and kind of go through things relating to bereavement, and it was quite scary. But after talking to people like Jill, it just took that nervous feeling away. She's so lovely.
I think it can be quite daunting. You're coming into a space that you've never experienced, and you're going to talk about something that's quite big that's happened in your life, especially recently for us. But I do feel like what you said, Jill, does take away the scariness of all of it. I just enjoyed the privacy and the confidentiality of you just going into a space and that's your space just for me to talk in. And I personally benefited from that a lot. I went once every few weeks, and it was just a real eye-opening experience because I feel like I could bring all my emotions away from home into a different space and talk to someone who's just ready to listen and can understand what you're going through, which was quite special for me.
Before I came, I think I was really nervous. I didn't really like the idea of it at first. I was really hesitant. Amiee was recommending it. I was like, I don't think I want to. And then I think it got to a point where I thought maybe it's better to talk to somebody that's outside of my family, that will kind of have an outside perspective on things. And when I came, had my first session with Jill, it was just nice to speak to somebody who was there. If I wanted to cry to her, if I wanted to just sit in silence, anything, she would just be there and listen and give me advice. We did like weekly check-ins, asking how each other are. It's a really open space, so no one really feels scared to talk to each other about their grief or anything. It's really open. We did activities like rock painting, like a memory. We did cards. We did loads of like different things.
You've done a bracelet as well.
Oh yeah, we did bracelets as well. With like different grief-related things, obviously. But it was really good to kind of talk to other young people who are going through the same thing, but not the same thing, to see like you're not alone. It feels like, I don't know, just coming into a place where you know you're going to feel better walking out. I think it's such a nice feeling knowing that you can get everything you've been thinking for the past couple of weeks or days or whatever off your chest. I think it's just a nice feeling.
When I walk through them doors, I don't get scared by the thought of it anymore. I just think, I feel like I'm going to have a conversation with a friend.
Yeah.
To be honest, for an hour, it's a very specific environment for me that I would happily go back to, and if anyone needed anything to do with child bereavement, I would 100% say go to Jill.
I think after coming here I realised that whatever I'm feeling isn't just a me thing. I think it's always something that other people who are experiencing grief have experienced as well. And in group especially, it's nice to know that you always have someone to turn to if you think, oh, is this normal? And they'll be like, yeah, of course it is. Like, I feel the same way. I come to a session with Jill, I feel a bit nervous at the start. I always do, but when I leave, I feel like a bit like a weight's lifted off my shoulders. Obviously, grief will never go away. It can get lighter, it can feel a bit heavier, but after being with Jill, it's just a lot simpler, and I feel like I've gotten a lot off my chest when I'm feeling a bit down, that I can just
that I know she'll be willing to listen to and try and help me out with it. I'd maybe just say how easy it was to like put yourself forward for a session or book a session. Jill's very open to your needs. Like if I needed to be at college at 11 o'clock, she would make sure I had a morning appointment.
I think groups are a really good option for anybody who thinks like they're a bit scared of one-to-one sessions and don't really like the idea of it, but I think it's a room where everyone's supportive, there's no judgment, like everything you say is completely valid, and I think that's a nice space for people to go to.